but we need him even to be able to love him and to be able to live in him and in his spirit. I know you guys have been at 2 cities, and it just thrills my soul that you guys are growing in the Lord, that is the priority in your life. And I'm just so thankful. Sarah, we've prayed for you for years, since he was a little boy, not knowing who we were praying for. But you are truly the answer to our prayers. And we are so thankful for you and how you've been loved and you've been taught what love is. And we're very, very thankful for you. And we're very excited, and I just love you both so much. And I want to open the floor to anyone. Caleb is kind of recording this for them to keep. So if you'll kind of stand in this area, just so that we'll have it. And don't worry, if only they'll get to watch it. We're not going to put it up, and you don't have to be. Don't feel
unless
intimidated.
Embarrassing happens.
Then you might become famous, infamous, famous. I don't know. But I'll open the floor up for anybody. You can say just a couple of words, share a story. Just tell them how much you love them, anything you want to do. So just open it up. And at the end, Todd will end us up.
Love you, Mom.
I love you guys so much.
Okay, so I'm Caleb, Josiah's brother. And I want to tell you about this guy.
Oh no.
He played sports when he was younger. Then he was in the high school. He was in the band. Went to NC State. Graduated with honors engineering. And now he's got a wonderful woman by his side. But I'm not here to talk about myself. We have a lot in common. All that, everything along this line is true. Yeah. So, I'm gonna skip ahead, I think.
That's good.
Josiah, one of my favorite qualities about you is your compassion and your concern for others. And you always were there for me. And I was going through a rough time. And Josiah would call me every day to check on me. And I taught some of your friends at the bachelor weekend, and he had done the same thing for them. And he was always very concerned about them, what was going on. And I've seen the same thing with Sarah, how you're very concerned in what's going on in her life. And, if she has a big test or something, you say, hey, say a prayer for Sarah, we're kind of nervous. And when she has victories, like when she got placed, anesthesiology at Wake, you were so excited. And you weren't just happy for her, but you felt the joy yourself. And I have a lot of role models in my life. I've been blessed, but there's certain qualities that you have that are very unique. And I know if you take that same compassion and selflessness into your marriage, you guys are going to have an awesome and happy life. And I want to talk about Sarah too for a second. But I do have a quick story to tell. And this is when I knew the relationship was real. You guys have been dating for a little while, but I hadn't really talked to you about it openly, about if it was going to progress to marriage or what was going to happen. We were at grandmother's house, and the whole family was there, and we were like, where's Josiah and Sarah? I haven't seen them in a little bit. Has anybody seen Josiah and Sarah? No, not really. I don't know where they're at. And so then Jasmine comes up and she's like, I found Josiah and Sarah. And I was like, oh, great, what are they doing? They're smooching. in the music room. At grandmother's house. And I was like, if Josiah is smooching in grandma's house, which is sacred ground, then he's very serious about Sarah. He's quiet steal. So that's what I knew. I was like, that is a great this is real, man. And then so Sarah, I looked up yesterday. I googled how to give a toast at a rehearsal dinner, and there's like a million blogs and articles, and I had like 20 tabs open. I closed them all out because it was too much. But one of the things that I do remember is that it said, share like your first memory with the other person, like your first memory that you had with them. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't remember like the first time I met Sarah. Like I just don't have any memory of this. I was like, oh, this is so bad. But I was thinking about it, and I just think that's such like a testament to how well you and Josiah fit together and just kind of complete each other. And you fit right in with the family, but with Josiah specifically, you undergird him, encourage him, and love on him, and he does the same to you. And it's really encouraging to me. And at first I was worried about not having that first experience, but now I see it's actually a blessing in a way. You guys just fit together so well. Okay, I'm almost done. I do have one thing I want to share about Sarah, and we're at the beach again. Family's all there, and I come downstairs and I'm like getting coffee or something to eat, and there's this watercolor painting of lemons on the refrigerator. I'm like, oh, who painted that? Did Aunt Ash paint that? Because Aunt Ash is a very skilled artist. And I was like, Aunt Ash painted that? Looks so good. And once was like, no, she painted that. I was like, who painted that? It looks so good. He's like, Sarah painted that. I was like, Sarah painted that? I was like, so she's a doctor. She's a piano savant at piano. And she can watercolor lemons. I was like, man, this girl is something special. She really is. And I would say she's a unicorn because she's so rare.
Yes.
Very rare breed. And I'm just so thankful that you're joining the family. I'm really happy for you guys. And that's all. I love you guys.
I love you.
Great
I'm not actually good at talking.
Jake was like, my turn's tomorrow.
Yeah, he has to talk about it, so. He is obligated. It's like dark now.
All the elements. Oh my.
Well, I'll go. I'm used to having to warm up, so hopefully people can be thinking while I'm up here. Because I did not Google what to toast last night. I had no tabs open. But that was so sweet looking at that slideshow, Sarah, and something that has just, my name's Abigail, by the way. A firm and friend of Sarah's, also her big. In the sorority that neither of us actually wanted to join or be in, whatever. But it brought us to each other. And something that's just been on my heart over and over as we've been just kind of preparing for this weekend has been this one specific moment on, I don't want to cry, it's silly. This one specific moment, it was like the move out day or the day before move out, Sarah's freshman year, and we had already been matched up as big and little. We'd already been friends before. And we're sitting on her bed, and I remember already she was like, do I go to Juilliard or do I go to med school? I don't know. I don't want to give up piano, but I also want to have a family, and I want to, I want to do all these different things, and just passionate and so skilled at everything that she loved. And as usual, we were just having all the heavy conversations as 18, 19-year-olds in college do. And the other part of that conversation, as we were talking about family, was just this deep desire for marriage and for family and for nurturing, kids one day. And something that we've both been processing, again, as 18, 19-year-olds who are actually like 90 in their soul process was, man, why can't we find anybody that's also, 80, 90 years old in their heart, especially guys. You don't really find, these great guys. And we talked about just how fiercely loyal both of us were and how we feel like when we're in, we're all in and we want to love deeply. We know what we're looking for. And I just remember, I don't know if you were in tears or if I were in tears or what, but I remember sitting on probably both of us, but I remember sitting on that bed and telling Sarah, that loyalty is going to be the greatest gift to someone one day. And just knowing and praying together, through the years that the Lord would write this story. So I'm celebrating not just you, Josiah, not just the fulfillment of that dream, but also just the Lord's faithfulness to write such a beautiful story, and to bring you both together, to tie both those conversations together. Being able to meet you, Josiah, last summer, kind of by happenstance in the middle of COVID, and having Sarah, tell me the night before, like, I think this might be him, so we're like, hey, don't freak out, but this may be it, the answer to that dorm prayer, but then getting to meet you and just hear the story of how you came together. It wasn't just like, oh, this great med school guy. It was like, wait, someone who shares multiple passions and also has the same heart to say, I want to be passionate and skilled, and I want to glorify the Lord through my gifts, but also I want to love my family, and I want to put relationships first. And it was just this, it really truly is a story that only the Lord could have written, and just knitting you both together so uniquely and then bringing it all together. And so praise God for this story, and just know I also love you and I'm celebrating this day that we both prayed for. I could talk about many other stories, but I love you, and I'm so grateful for your kindred spirit. The Lord knew I needed you for that season, and I'm so excited for this next season for you guys. So cheers to you all.
So my name is Christopher Juber. I have been a close friend of Josiah's since high school. Before that, however, at least in my opinion, we were sworn enemies, because my very first memory of Josiah is actually from church, I think in elementary age. Josiah learning that my last name Juber sounds kind of like June bug. Proceeded to find a June bug and drop it down my shirt.
He likes creation.
Sarah, I hope that's not how he asked you. But even if he had, it would have worked, because we're still very good friends to this day. So there's something there. In addition to friends, I was also Josiah's roommate in college, and I have two observations from that. The first is that, Sarah, it is possible that you might walk around your house one day and notice Josiah wearing nothing except his boxers and his tennis shoes. Did that in front of all of us, and let me know if that happens, please. I will. Take a picture. And a second observation is that I cannot remember an evening that Josiah went to bed without reading his Bible first. Wow. So Josiah, he's a very fun person, and he's a very devoted person. And for all of us who are his friends, he's a role model. And he just always has been. And I'm not saying anything about him that you don't already know, that I'm sure everybody who knows Josiah could share similar stories about those two aspects of his character. His fun-loving, his joyfulness, and also his devotion to the things that are true and the things that are good. And I know that as a husband and a father one day, he's going to really excel. And so you, tomorrow, I hope can just relax, knowing that at least with your choice of this guy, he's a good one. So just have fun and enjoy it. Congratulations, kids.
But the producer initiated this.